Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about my latest experiment. Now you guys that have been following me for quite some time know I'm all about experiments. It's the only true way that I can guide you and give you information that I find is reliable because I'm doing these experiments on myself. So what was the latest experiment? Want to know? Keep on watching. Okay, so before we jump into the latest experiment, those of you who follow me on social media would have known that on Saturday, I went back to my natural hair color. And while it is very dark right now, it had to be so because it had to cover the blonde. I love it. This is my natural hair color, guys. After a long day's worth of work, the curls at the bottom are kind of getting a little bit flattened, but that is because from here down, there's some heat damage. So once my hair can grow in, those ends will be cut off and more curls will be growing in. But guys, check out the color. Can you see? I love it. Okay, moving on. The experiment. Here we go. I have been doing so well lately. I have been dead on and consistently losing very little amounts because, as you all know, I am not really seeking to lose a lot of weight anymore. I'm kind of really happy with where I am. So it was kind of an experiment done not on purpose, but kind of on purpose. So here's where I'm going with this. It's going to be a lot of TMI. Over the last month or so, I've been noticing that I have been extremely gassy and bloated, and it's not my usual. So something was going on. And I also noticed the hard work in the gym that I've been doing and following the plan dead on and whatnot led me to the experiment. Now, most of us on keto feel that a really good source of protein, if you're not into a heavy, beefy kind of way of life, cheese is a great alternative. So I, like most of us, enjoy cheese. And you know, you got to really be careful because cheese is very high in calories. It has casein in it. And for some people, they can't have a lot of cheese. It just upsets their stomach and what have you. So I never really attributed it because I never really had a problem with it. But I decided to see if the gassy feeling and that bloating would go away if I eliminated cheese from my diet. And while doing this experiment, guys, holy crud moly, the scale plummeted. It did. I lost a whole bunch of pounds. How many pounds? You want to know? 5. To me, that's a lot because I'm not trying to lose weight anymore. I'm trying to kind of like maintain and build some muscle. So while losing 5 pounds because I knocked cheese and a couple of other things out of my diet, who would have thought? So I eliminated, here's what I eliminated: heavy cream, cheese, and most dairy. I did stick to butter because butter doesn't spike your insulin like butter and cheese do. So I mean, this is something that we've known. It's no shocker that dairy does stall a lot of people out. I eliminated it, and lo and behold, the gas, the bloating, that all went away. The pounds went away. 5 pounds? I mean, like, I can't even believe it. 5 pounds. Who would have thunk it? So I did nothing else. That's it. I didn't increase my water. I didn't increase my activity. Like, everything remained the exact same as it's been doing. My caloric intake, because I was cutting back on those things, were revved up a little bit through other things, veggies, and more protein, such as seafood, chicken, lean ground turkey, and I add the fat to it. I find for me, the heavy, fattier cuts of meat, while I do enjoy them, I don't eat them as I used to. I'm kind of in the mode of adding the fat to my meal instead of eating the fatty cut. I prefer that better. I love to saute my proteins in avocado oil. That's one of my favorites. I love to do a little stir fry with some olive oil. I love to add a little bit of melted butter on top of my veggies. And so I prefer to eat a leaner cut of meat, but add the fat in. That's just me. You can do that on keto. You don't have to always eat a fatty cut. Some people prefer to. It just depends what you like. But lo and behold, cutting out the cheese, cutting out the dairy was paramount for me. So this week coming up, I'm going to add it back in and just see what happens, because if the gassiness and the bloating come back, if the 5 pounds that I lost while staying off of that comes back, then the following week I will omit it and see what happens, because this is what experiments are all about. But I just find it really interesting because I was eating a lot of cheese and having a lot of dairy. Like Fathead pizza, while it's a phenomenal substitute for pizza, you have to be careful. Like I can eat the whole pizza, and that's a lot of cheese. It's cream cheese, it's regular cheese, it's cheese. So, yeah, just I wanted to let you guys know, because I thought that experiment, it kind of blindsided me a little bit. I mean, I do guide a lot of people on the effects of cheese, dairy, nuts, things like that. It's very calorie dense. Like for instance, one mozzarella stick, one cheese stick, right, can be over 100 calories. While we don't really concern ourselves too much on the calorie side of keto, especially early on, when you're at my stage of the game, a couple years in, and you're really just trying to maintain, maybe lose a couple pounds, calories matter. And so does the fat you take in. And so does obviously dairy for some people. For me, it's a given. I guess I can't have that much dairy in my diet. So back to black coffee, back to, you know, this week I'm going to do the cheese. So I'm going to have my heavy cream and such, and I'll let you know how that goes. But I can foresee myself evolving where I kind of not eliminate, but definitely cut back on those sources of protein and fat in my diet. So I just wanted to let you know that's the scoop. And if you have any questions, please leave them below. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Yeah, so that's it, guys. So anyway, if you like this video, thumbs up. Please subscribe to my new followers here. Thank you all so much for signing on with me. I appreciate it. We have jumped so far. We're above 20,000 subscribers, and I couldn't do it without you at all. You guys are my life. I love all of you, and I only want success for you guys. And that's why I do these little experiments and then report when something happens, because again, it's the only way I can give you reliable information. Although it's personal to myself, I know that most people, some people, depends on the topic, can relate. And if you out there are one of them, then this video is for you. And I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed it. And that's about it, guys. So I will see you in my next video. I love all of you. Stay focused, okay? Stay focused. I love you guys.